Slamdown is sponsored by BODYSLAM and Jam and WWE SMACKTALK. Welcome to another episode of Slamdown Livestream. Sorry about the delay today. The internet's on a bit of a go-slow mission. Just correcting everything now. I can't understand why it's on a bit of a go-slow, but it's just having one of them days. Yeah, so I'm just finishing sorting just a few little bits out here, and we should be able to ready to go. I've been having a lot of problems with sort of the mic and everything, and it's just gone, yeah. It's just been saying to me, you know, we're not working for you today. No, we're not going to work. We're not going to let you talking about Elimination Chamber. Probably down to because I want to actually be positive about a WWE pay-per-view, that it's probably, saying to me, yeah, not going to let you be positive. Not going to let you talk good about a wrestling thing. Yeah, you know. Could be one of that. Could be that. That's what I'm going to put it down to. But yeah, I think I've got everything sorted. Everything's up and running. Yep, everything's working now. You might notice, actually, I'm just going to adjust the mic just slightly. Just tell myself, there we go. Right, now we can actually start this properly without anything kicking me in the backside. So, welcome to the Slamdown live stream. Today we're covering the Elimination Chamber. For people that missed it on Sunday at 8 PM yesterday, I did my Elimination Chamber predictions, and for the first time, I've had about 90% right. The reason I'm classing it as 90% because one of the matches was no one won it, so that doesn't count. Doesn't count as a loss, doesn't count as a win. So yeah, I'm saying that 90% because in my eyes I only got one match wrong. But let's dig into it. You know, let's start. I didn't see the kickoff match. Especially because I believe Kurt Hawkins was just going to lose. It's the way they've been using him and everything else. I knew Mojo Riley would win this because they want to build him, and when Zack Ryder returns, you know, they want to keep the momentum between them two. You know, and they don't want to look like it's Zack Ryder carrying the team. So that's why, you know, saw they're going with Mojo Riley, and Kurt Hawkins, they've done nothing with. You know, they've given him a goofball thing where know the facts and stuff like this, and it's just like, yeah, all right, okay. Kicking off Elimination Chamber, we had Becky Lynch versus Mickie James. For me, this match was slightly disappointing. I had high hopes for this match and it fell a little bit flat. It felt more of a cat battle match than an actual proper wrestling match. We did see quite a few wrestling moves, but they were very basic. They were very tit for tat. There was no sort of dominance or really going pound for pound. It was very, I'll hit you a kick, I'll pull your arm. It was a bit lackluster for me. And especially when we know Becky Lynch can do so much better. For that fact I'm giving it a 2 out of 5 stars. You know, it could have been a fantastic match, but it wasn't. It was a bit of a letdown. To me, it was the only letdown of the card. You know, people were saying it's a very weak card, and I would actually agree with that. But it got better. You know, it was a lot better than what it looks on paper. You know, in the whole show, everybody brought their A game. I forgot. Well, yeah, everyone brought their A game, and there was a few twists and turns that I quite liked. But the WWE, and I've just got used to it now. Every show's predictable. You know who's going to win. You know who's doing what. It's always the same predictability, and that's not a dig at the WWE. It's just I actually don't think it's actually the way WWE are doing this. It's just because we're so used to the way things go, how things are run. You know, we look at past history and we go, yeah, we know this is going to happen. We know that's because we're actually quite, I want to say, quite intelligent wrestling fans, and we can see things when they're going to happen. You know, because there's not a lot of new stuff. A lot of the stuff is old, repeated. You know, what people have got to realise, wrestling's been going on for so long now. There's only so much new material that you can come up with. You know, but that aside, we had the 2-on-1 handicap match with Kalisto and Apollo Crews taking on Dolph Ziggler. Now, I did predict that Dolph Ziggler would lose, which I did get right, but I didn't see the way they were going to go around this. I did not predict that Dolph Ziggler was going to throw Apollo Crews onto the LED to make it more of a one-on-one match. I didn't see that coming. So that was quite a nice surprise. I didn't expect it. It did actually go, oh, you know, it was actually that good. And then we saw Apollo Crews going one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler. To me, I still don't think they're using Apollo Crews correctly. I feel there's a lot more he can give, and he can be used in a lot better way. I think the problem with him, there is nothing about him. All we know about him, he's friends with Kalisto, he's standing up for his friend. That's all we know about him, and that is a bit of the problem. You know, it's the way they have used him. Yeah. It's, you know, you look at Dolph Ziggler, you know Dolph Ziggler, you know he started the Spirit Squad, he's the show off, you know, and Apollo Crews, we just know he's a really good athlete, but that's it. But Apollo Crews did get the victory over Dolph Ziggler, and at the end of the match we saw Dolph Ziggler go for Apollo Crews' ankle as well, trying to injure Apollo Crews. I don't know if that's going to lead to a feud between Apollo Crews and Dolph Ziggler. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm going to give that 3 out of 5 stars. It was a good match. You know, wasn't like a 5-star or 4, but it was a good, solid match. I liked the twist at the start. I would recommend people go and watching that. After that, we had the SmackDown Tag Team Championship Turmoil match, where we saw American Alpha taking on the Usos, the Ascension, Breezango, the VOD Villains, Heath Slater and Rhino. It was a bit like a gauntlet match. You know, 2 teams to start. As soon as a victory comes in, whoever wins stays in, the next one comes out. So a lot like a gauntlet. They're just giving it a fancier name by calling it Turmoil. We saw starting the match was Heath Slater and Rhino going against... Oh, now, who was the first team to come out? Ascension was last. Was it the VOD Villains? I know someone's going to end up correcting me on this. No, it was Breezango. Was it Breezango, then the VOD Villains? Anyway, it was one of them first. I didn't really pay much attention to who came out first because it was just, you know, the jobbers. So I'm going to say the Jobber Lot came first. Heath Slater took them out, and then came down the Usos, who managed to take out Heath Slater and Rhino. And then the Usos went against American Alpha. The Usos got eliminated by American Alpha, but the Usos went on the attack after they were eliminated, really beating the hell out of American Alpha. Then the Ascension came. Now, I actually believed that the Ascension were going to win this. They were going to do a twist on us and have the Ascension hold the titles. They didn't. We saw American Alpha get back to it and take out the Ascension. One thing that I would have liked for them to do, I know I predicted this right with American Alpha holding the titles, but, or did I predict the Usos? No, I predicted American Alpha, and I'd like, yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter. I would have liked to seen a new tag team come out. I would have liked to seen a team from the NXT be signed to SmackDown and come out into this. You know, because you've only got your decent teams in this. American Alpha, the Usos, and Heath Slater and Rhino. Breezango and the Ascension always made to look like jobbers. That's what they've done with them. So I would like to see another team that has the capability to stand up to the Usos and American Alpha. So I would have liked to seen someone new come out to that. You know, I think that's what they should have done. You know, added more to that division. I've just noticed one of the comments. I will be covering about the Elimination Chamber match, but I'll cover all the matches first, and then I'll cover the point you've just said there, and I'll give you my thoughts on it. But yeah, we saw American Alpha end up winning this match. Wasn't too much of a surprise, to be honest. It's another 3.5 stars. I'm going to go 3.5 stars. I've been tossing between 3 and 3.5 stars all day about it, so I'm definitely going to go for 3.5. After that, we saw Nikki Bella versus Natalya. Actually, it was a pretty good match. I liked it. It wasn't so much of a wrestling match. They were just battling. Because it was, you know, the two women are pissed. Nikki's pissed that Natalya was taking the mickey out of John Cena, saying she's got where she is because of John Cena. And they've been going to and fro at each other, and it's been such a heated rivalry. I would have liked it to be a no DQ match and just let them go balls to the wall with it. But it's ended in a double count out, so it's like, where are you going here? Are we going to get something amazing next? Or, you know, I just hope they don't repeat it too much and then where it gets stagnant and we get bored. You know, I would hate for it to go stagnant and get bored of it. We also had... Oh, yeah, that ended in a double count out. I think I've said that, but oh well. After that, we had Randy Orton taking on Luke Harper. I'm not going to give the rating as a double count out because it's a double count out, but that is the one where I predicted Natalya to win it, but no one won it, so my prediction is invalid, so I'm still on 90%. That's what I'm sticking with. So we saw Randy Orton taking on Luke Harper. Now, this was one of the standout matches for me. I always thought it was going to be Randy Orton having the upper hand and taking out Luke Harper. And I thought they would have made Luke Harper look weak. They didn't. I did not expect for them to go the route they went. You know, they made the match so close and so even between the two. Now, it's one thing I wouldn't have predicted. I thought it would have been Randy Orton would have just demoralised Luke Harper. But we saw Luke Harper really give it to Randy. You know, you could have easily seen Luke Harper win that match. That's how good it was. You know, and I recommend people to go and watch it. It was just... It stuck out. And that's what was good about it. I forgot what else I was going to go to after that. Yeah. After that, we had Naomi taking on Alexa Bliss for the Women's Championship. Now, yes, this is the prediction I got wrong. I will put my hands up and admit I got this wrong. I totally got this wrong. I did believe they were going to keep it on Alexa Bliss and give more of a build to Alexa Bliss. But I quite like it that Naomi won it, because how long she's been with the WWE and, you know, how much better she's got in the ring. So it was nice to see Naomi win this. I might have said Naomi wins it. I don't know. I'm sure I said I wanted Naomi, but Alexa Bliss, I can't remember. I've slept since then. But no. But that surprised me. They put the title on Naomi. Also, with Alexa Bliss losing to Naomi through SmackDown, I thought they would have had Alexa Bliss win this by some unhandy tactic, but they didn't. So I do think they'll probably have another match between these two to, you know, I think Alexa Bliss will have a rematch clause, but we'll have to wait and see, go from there. But yeah, brilliant match, 4 star, definitely 4 star. I recommend people to go and watch that one back. So that was my 2 4 stars, was Randy Orton and the women's title match. Now, the Elimination Chamber. Wow. Now, a lot of people wanted The Miz to go through. A lot of people wanted AJ Styles. A lot of people predicted Bray Wyatt. I personally believed it was going to be The Miz or Bray Wyatt. I don't think they were going to put the title back on AJ, which I think they should have done, to be honest, because him holding this long and he's only had 2 defences if you think about it, Dean Ambrose, John Cena. So I would have liked to seen him go further. It was an amazing Elimination Chamber. It wasn't as brutal as past. We didn't see all the blood, the beating down. You know, we saw the beating down, but we didn't see that blood, that hardcore element of it. I'm still not sure on the chamber, because the reason I wasn't sold was changing the flooring. I liked it when the flooring was steel. You know, when it was hard, to me, it just looked like cardboard painted black. Or wood painted black. That was the disappointment thing for me. I wanted to see more. I wanted to be more invested. You know, I wanted it to see him get hurt. I don't know if that's a part of the ECW side of me, but I wanted to see that. But that was the only disappointment. I like the way they shaped it, because if you've got to think, if they want to use this in different arenas, they're limited, because the last chamber was massive. And for them to fit it in was a struggle. They only could fit it in certain arenas. So them going this route was a lot better. I just want them to go back to the old flooring. That's all I want. Except for that, it was an amazing chamber match. I'm happy that Bray Wyatt got the victory. Because I actually do want to see Bray Wyatt taking on Randy Orton. Also, I believe Bray Wyatt deserved to hold the title. He's been at that company for a long time now. He's worked his arse off. And I do think him holding a title was about damn time. You know, and that's about it. Do you know what I mean? It's, you know, he's come up through NXT. He's worked his way up the WWE. He's done the Wyatt family. He's done this. I don't know if they're going to have him go on a solo career. I don't know what's going to happen with him and Orton, but it's making me look forward to SmackDown. I can't wait to tune in to see what's next. I don't think the next pay-per-view Fastlane is going to be as good as what that Elimination Chamber was. To me, it was probably one of the best pay-per-view. I know I keep saying it every pay-per-view, but everyone SmackDown has produced has been amazing. I can't rate it enough. You know, I'm really, really liking the way SmackDown is being used, the way it's being booked. They had one bad show, and I have admitted when they have a bad show, but the rest has been amazing. Elimination Chamber really stood out for me. I just hope at WrestleMania it's 50-50 share, where half of it's SmackDown's matches, half is Raw, and it's not over-dominated by Raw like the Royal Rumble was. We know SmackDown's got the main events, but you know, what are they going to do for the other defences and the other titles and everything else? We'll have to wait and see on that, but I'm hopeful they do it 50-50 and keep it fair. You know, I don't want them to make Raw being over-dominant, because that's what they seem to do at the minute, and I hope they change that around. A little bit of news. Tomorrow I will be doing an earlier review of Raw, because it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. and I've got my partner coming down for Valentine's Day, and we're doing something for Valentine's Day, so I'm going to do an earlier show. What I'm going to do is I'm going to watch Raw in the morning, and then straight after Raw I'm going on. I will put it out there. I can't give a time because I've got other bits to do, so there won't be an actual time. But when I know more, I'll put it on Twitter. If I can't do one tomorrow, I will do it before SmackDown. Okay, so there will be a Raw show. So this has been me, your host Ashley Friend. It's been Elimination Chamber review live on Slamdown live stream. And we'll see you again tomorrow for Raw review sometime in the evening, in the UK time. But we'll keep an eye on Twitter, and we'll let you know. And don't forget to check out the website, which is at slamdown.co.uk. See you tomorrow.